Herkese selamlar tekrardan.
Selam herkese.
Şöyle başlayacağız. Panelin konusu aslında zincirleri kırılmış topluluklar. İkimiz de, Kemal de ben de Türkiye'deki en eski komünitelerden olan iki komünitenin kurucularındanız. Bu tarafta belirli şeyler belirledik, kategoriler belirledik, 5 ana başlık belirledik. Bu 5 ana başlık üzerinde de Kemal'le birlikte şunu tartışacağız aslında. O online tarafta çok etkin bir topluluğu yönettiği ve benim de fiziksel olarak bir topluluğu yönettiğim için karşılıklı fiziksel ve online'ın avantaj ve dezavantajlarını, orada neler yaptığımızı bu belirlediğimiz kategorilerde size aktarmaya çalışacağız, tecrübelerimizi paylaşmaya çalışacağız. Kısaca ben kendimi tanıtayım hızlıca. Volkan Korkmaz, ben de Altcointurk'ün CEO'su ve kurucu ortağıyım. Borsa İstanbul geçmişim var, çoğunuz biliyorsunuz. Şimdi de full time bu tarafta bir Web3 topluluğunu yönetiyorum. Kemal de kendisini tanıtsın.
Ben Kemal Hiçyılmaz, Kripto Kemal diye de biliyorlar. Ninja Traders markasını yönetiyorum. 4 yıldır biz bir online topluluk olarak çıktık. Ardından 2021 sonunda Ninja Squad NFT projesini yaptık. Bu Türkiye'de çıkmış ilk topluluk projesidir. Ninja Traders çatısı altında
under the organization of Ninja Traders, under the Ninja brand, I'm just leading a community. I'm the secretary for 6 years. Actually, our priority is to establish a community for traders, and Volkan will be just directing this panel. Actually, we have just initiated our projects as of 2014, and together with the motto that one hand does not mean anything, but two hands mean a lot. So we are talking about being physical and being online, but we are always together. Kemal is together with us. We are together with Kemal. So we believe that both these communities should definitely come together, and we will be stronger together. You will see that we will be making an announcement about this collaboration in Altcointurk. And we would like to invite new members to our communities. How do we invite them and how do we keep them active in our communities? We will discuss about this. We're talking about offline, but we have also projects online, but physically we also make a great effort. So I will talk about more on physical terms, and Kemal will talk about his strategies online. How should we get started? Let me get started. Well, we are just directing a community online in order to have more members, recruit more members to this community. We have to give information about the benefits to users. How do we do that? Certain products and services are developed for the users. We give certain trainings, and one of them is a software, actually, some of the softwares. As we just develop certain softwares, we introduce them to the users and tell them that if they're a part of our community, then they can use those softwares freely. And this is how we see that this community turns out to be a pleasing atmosphere for them. So it's not only trading and earning some money, because there are certain cases that people have lost income. We cannot say that if you attend our community, you will become rich, because we also benefit from the losses that we have experienced. They will not feel alone when they are a part of the community. When there's any progress in the market, if there's any price movement, they will be informed of all these current updates. So all these interior development is just shared by the entire community. So this way, we just have certain experiences. We have certain interior experiences, and the time that our community is expanding a lot is when those people who are content, who are happy with being a part of the community, they just write certain messages. For example, they say in Ninja Discord there has been a certain happening and this happened there. So they have certain satisfaction stories which they share in the community. This is how these good experiences are reflected to the outside world. And when people see this, they say that there are good things inside, so we also should better become a part of this community. So it's important that the path that we follow is seeing and making people feel they are happy and receiving feedback from them. This is how we just move on our path. And we have to mention that being physical is really so difficult, but in the end, we try to recruit members from the online community because we have certain activities. We have a physical setting, Altcointurk base. We have a physical environment, but we have started with the Crypto Fridays, as Kemal has suggested. In order to make people be a part of the community, we should offer them certain benefits. And this is how they will enhance their abilities, they will just increase their knowledge. And this is how the Crypto Fridays have started, because there was a lack of information then. We said that we can offer you certain things, share our knowledge, and we can come together physically. And this is how we just came together. And when we saw that there are experienced friends who are more successful, we just tried to bring them to the fore so that we could this way share more knowledge. This was our path, and making these activities is really so important, because regarding cryptocurrency exchange, and Altcointurk has invoiced many of them. We had many activities together with these people also, and they have their own events. So when they saw that we have a huge base, they also decided to become a part of our community. And in our events, we have given certain gifts, we have had certain conversations, good conversations with the people. So this is how more information, more promotion was made for Altcointurk physically. And building trust is also important. How do you do this online? How do you build trust? Well, online and real is really not so much different in building this trust, because in individual terms you may have trust issues. For example, me as Kemal, I can make certain behavior that you may find in error, or you may not trust me. But as a community, actually, even if I'm the founder and I have started with the people around me, when you start being a part of the community, you become one of the building blocks. So even if I make any errors, in general, the community does not behave in a certain erroneous way, and we are really having a great history, a great past in the community. Many of us are like that, and there is a core group that have NFTs there, so maybe 100 or 150 people there. They have been together with us for a long time. They have had certain experience about earnings and income from the stock exchange, from the markets, etc. So even if I'm not there, I know that there are members who are alive, who are online through the chat, and they just make their presence seen by others. So if there's any mistake, that is obviously seen. And when we are acting as a community, an individual's error is not really regarded, but a certain community acts through a culture. So if you establish this trust within the community, it's really so sound. And I believe that building individual trust is also important. But when the community has a certain culture, that culture goes and is directed in the right way. This is how I believe. When we talk about the community's culture, in physical terms, when we had first founded Altcointurk as of the start of Crypto Friday, we thought that online it's easier to establish trust through online, because physically people can see us, they can touch us. If there is any error, there could happen certain incidents. But there, online, we think that our sincerity is building trust for people. But when we talk about culture, we observed in Crypto Fridays, for instance, Kemal has about 650,000 followers, but when he came to Altcointurk, he has the same status of a person who does not have a Twitter account. So when Kemal is a part of our community, we do not show him any privilege. This means that when you attend there at the base, you cannot mention about your wallet deposit. If you have a transaction, you cannot just announce your earnings, etc. You can maybe say, I earned 20%, I lost 5%, it has a great flow today. Maybe these are only the descriptions that you could make. Sometimes our friends say, I just earned 5 months, lost 2 months, etc. Nobody's money there is made obvious, made apparent. So people's money is not important. Everyone is equal in terms of their status. This is the general principle of the community. So in terms of building trust, the trust mechanism in the community, that base is ours. And if there is any problematic person, the system sends that person away. It's somehow dispelled. And maybe we have the opportunity when that person is given the message that maybe he should not come back again. So if there are the persons who are really keen on disrupting this community, they are really not pleased to be seen in the community again. And well, for Kemal, we are talking all the time. I know that he's following the trends so well. He has very updated information. For example, with Liquidify, when I had this partnership, I had knowledge about NFT, but Kemal, he had really been already working on the NFT projects, and I'm sure that he will also be successful globally. How do you follow the trends online? Well, following up with the trends, well, it's really important to have those persons who are really trying to follow the trends. It has a difference with you because in physical terms, you have a more efficient work. During the day, people are on their computers, you are chatting, but maybe in the evening at 11 p.m., everyone comes together on the Discord. So it's really a great advantage for people to come together. When I'm saying just take your ninja and come, I'm just telling them if there is any bad news and at midnight, if the market is collapsing, I'm telling them, don't cry at home alone, just come online and we should all cry together. So if this is a group that is totally following the trends, if there is any clue, any information that we receive from any source, actually, this is just distributed as a vibe, a technical vibe, a news vibe, and everyone is just hearing about this. Because we're coming from the news media, because I'm following the news as of 2018, and I know that hundreds of coins, information was received. I was keeping that information through my smartphone, and since we are a community that is close to the news media, and we are turning that into ninja news, and we're just maybe replicating that, turning that into an NFT media source. For example, we hear Elon Musk said this project's owner just suggested this happened there. If we hear anything, any developers, any person who is working in any team, if they are mentioning one another, we just try to follow all these details, and people having their smartphones, they are informed of all these news and all these trends. So we are already informed actually when any trend is already about to occur. So maybe you are the one who is just knowledgeable about any news coming up when it is just at its initiating stage. So when we hear that there will be a hype in the NFTs, when we catch that trend, when Eminem and Steph Curry, they were a part of the NFT project, we know that these are mega influencers. Maybe I have 500,000 followers, maybe 5,000 of them would be directed by my messages, but there's the Eminem and there's the Justin Bieber, who are the leading figures of the consumer group. They are capable of influencing their target masses. So as I have suggested, when there is such a chat room that is talking about all these trend news, just keeps you updated about everything, and this is how we catch up. And we have this advantage. I can suggest that people are coming physically. We have people from every color. Just imagine the logo of Altcointurk. It has all the colors within itself. So people from every culture, people from every skin color, they could come and be a part of it. So this is symbolizing the blockchain, and we have just invented our logo like that. So when people from different cultures and races and colors, when they come and be a part of our community on the Crypto Fridays, and our team is making their research intensively. So for example, when I searched on X topic, and Aydın, our brother, when he comes and he says, I just made my research on the Z topic and the trend could be leading there. So when we come together physically, peer-to-peer, we share this knowledge, we whisper all that clues to one another. And we have many friends, actually, many community members. When we come together, this is just like a knowledge roaming, and it's really more effective to receive that information through the news. So Telegram, and we haven't been active with Discord so much, but through the Telegram, we try to follow up all these trends, actually. Let's look at the challenges. What kind of challenges did you have online? How did you overcome these? Just because of the NFTs, actually, that was the reason we had a certain challenge. There was the loyalty income for NFT. If I'm just selling an NFT to you, I'm not selling it myself, but you are selling to Shark. And when you sell a $500 NFT, the $20 comes as a commission to me. The OpenSea just stopped the commission income, commission revenues, and we're just trying to lead this community without the commission revenues. However, in the past, based on the commission revenues, we were just growing a lot in the past. When we were 8 as the Ninja group, we just grew up to 30 because we had certain NFT revenues. The market was not that bad. We had certain sponsors and individual earnings, but when these revenues were stopped, we actually had a certain narrowing in our revenues, because just imagine that you have an online store and you cannot really give them any dividends. This is actually one of the challenges that we have maybe throughout the NFT markets. There were certain brands, they turned into brands, they just opened a certain shop, for instance, or did some other thing. So by using our power in the media, by receiving certain news, we try to use our strength and influence in the media, because we are paying salaries, but we could not do anything on the NFT side. So we just relied on making investments on other areas, because paying salaries is a challenge, really, because when you're just giving a service to a certain community, there are people who provide you analytics, market reports, certain news. To the Discord, there are moderators, etc. And that community, managing that community, I'm sure it's the same for the physical groups, physical communities. That was a stressing environment, stressing period for me. Actually, my being an influencer and my receiving certain revenues through being an influencer was a great opportunity to keep that community going, because there are thousands of projects. They are about to be lost. You cannot sustain them. Therefore, there were other communities which collapsed because of that reason. So we are trying to resist that, and there will be certain projects, maybe there will be less demand, and maybe there will be some other challenges. But I have another question. It's nice to have a community. If you were an individual, do you say that you could earn more? What about earning more? I would be 5 years younger. I would have traveled maybe 10 or 15 other countries. I just shared a photograph from Taksim. It was one of the first initial events. There was a huge crowd. There was a great interest. Kemal had hair then, and I had black hair then. This market is really a great challenge for us. I'm not suggesting anyone to open such a community, to start such a community. I can sell Ninja to you. This is just a joke for sure, but just managing a community is really so stressful. If you do not have a great earning, if you do not have the capital to persist it, then it could just lead you to lose everything. But just a costless community through the Discord, Telegram, etc. is not like that. But if you're just paying for a speaker, a manager, etc., and a moderator, then you have to pay to those people to keep them in the system. We are not definitely doing this only for money, but I hope that our success will go on. In general, we have the same problems, but we have the rent problem. Yes, we have similar problems actually. Yours is the rent. Our friends are working there. We have to pay them their salaries. And having a physical event, let me say that we are not receiving any earning from the end user. We do not expect our community to pay us anything for subscription, etc. So if there's any partner or sponsor to Altcointurk, we are receiving certain finances. This is how we sustain our physical community. And we know that there is not much finances in the market. People are not capable of doing these events. People cannot progress their projects for this financial burden. So we know that these are difficulties for us, but I hope we will be more stabilized. And I'm just asking about monetization and sustainability, turning the community into money, monetizing the community. This is not really something right to speak in words, but looking at that, what would you say about it? Well, sustainability is really so important in every business that we do, because building a right community, I find that to be more valuable than any other business, because in the sector, it depends on selling a project to people who are interested in crypto. Everyone has their own company, has their own project. They say they will produce something, they will generate a product, and they will sell that to the masses and gain money. So the traders and those people who want to earn out of this is really a huge lot of people. So rather than selling them tokens, or we should say that if you just produce the right product to the right mass, yes, there's the metaverse, there's the space, 3 dimensions, people will fly, etc. These are the hypes. And we think that our strategy was a hype at that moment. And people just thought that they would earn a lot from this, but then they lost the money because that was just a hype. And in these years, we just learned a lot from this community. These people do not need such hypes. When they are doing their trading, they want things to keep them on the lead. They need tools, they need news, they need to be informed well. So we understand that what the community is asking from us. We have designed this. We thought that we have this community already. We cannot ask for money from those people. Then what will we do? Then we should find something useful to those people that will benefit them. So if we offer that to this community, then these users, they will pay something. So we have a trading tool. It's in the beta version. We have 12,000 users, and it's at the mobile application stage, and people are using these applications. They are earning certain money. So we think that we will ask for $10 monthly for this application. So this is something that users will benefit from. We haven't monetized that yet, but we have plans to do it. So we think that the users will be satisfied, but I think that this will persist our sustainability efforts. So when these are things that will be easing the lives of the users, we think that we should better work on these solutions. We are working. Yes, I have just mentioned how we try to monetize, even if I don't like using this word monetization, but through certain exchanges and projects, we try to do certain events, and we try to gain money. And we have another project. We have the Altcointurk marketplace, and there we have the NFTs. When you attend Crypto Fridays, when you attend certain activities or listen to online, then you gain a goodness point, and through that goodness point, you just go to the Altcointurk marketplace, and without paying any real money, after you have added up those points, then you could just get those items on the marketplace. What are these? Lydia, most probably she's listening to me. On the trading view, there's a Pro Plus and there's a premium 1-year membership. And this is how you will be able to use your goodness points to get those premium memberships. And also when our friends get certain points, they could benefit from certain discounts, from ledger, whitelist points, etc. All these would be used to benefit from these sources. So we want to expand that marketplace by acting together with the partners and sponsors and with our friends. We want to turn that into a wider pool. Everyone from the community, they could put something there. So Altcointurk is like a roof community, the Ninja, the Crypto House, hoodies, everyone could come and be a part of Altcointurk. We are not discriminating anyone, and brands are also included. So since this umbrella group and umbrella community, we do not tell them that Ninja should do something on its own and stay there. We do not think that this would grow us. We think we should work together, grow together, and this will be beneficial for the entire community. And this is how we will try to enhance our sustainability. And we came to the end of our conversation. What would you like to add? Well, in general, community is really valuable. I'm just advocating this. Individuals could mistake you, but communities cannot. So in a sector, if you are walking on the path, on the same path, if there are people together with you who you are together with in this journey, it's really important to be with them. We, Altcointurk, any other communities, it's good to be a part of a community. I'm happy with this. Everyone should be a part of one community to multiple communities, because we will see many things in the future. So these people who we are talking with here, they will come up with new initiatives, and maybe some other revenues will be earned. Other than earning some money, it's not important really, because I need to say that we learn a lot. I thank you for all the audience. Thanks for your patience. I wish you all good income. We will be strong together. I want to thank you, Kemal. Thank you.